What's up guys? Today in this video I'm going to be giving you a full review of Toggl, how I use it, how I think other people can use it, in addition with like how it works with other softwares. If you haven't met me yet, my name is Ben Green. I'm the owner of optimizeis and we help systems integrate all of their systems and build out better processes and do a lot of workflow automation and a lot of stuff like that. But without further ado, we'll get right into the review. Alright, so now we're in Toggl. As you can see. If you haven't created an account yet, you can come to toggl.com, and really for this video I'm just going to be going through Toggl Track. That's like the time tracker, like what everybody thinks of when they think of Toggl. But they also just released Toggl Plan and Toggl Hire. For the purposes of this video, all you need to get started on is Toggl Track, and I'm going to be showing you how I use Toggl Track, which is just the bare bones time tracker. That's all I use Toggl for, and this is basically the user interface that I'm dealing with all day. So a few things to note: they do have an iOS app, they have just this desktop version, and they also have an extension over here, which is convenient if you're like in a different tab and you just want to go turn on your time tracker and change it a little bit, change what you're working on. But I really like just this tab, just keep the tab open, and it gives you some really powerful options. So I have mine right now just on today, but you can also do the week. Today's a Monday, so it's not going to have everything. But you can see what I've been working on today and like a synopsis of where I'm spending my time. And this is really where I like to keep track of my silos for the business, so or verticals for what I'm spending my time on. I try to keep these as broad yet as narrow as possible. So like, for example, if you're a freelancer, I would keep track of your clients in here. So between the business and school, that's like how much time I've been spending this week on each one. Or like for this client, I'm spending this much time, this client's taking up this much time, and I'm spending this much time in my own business working on stuff. And it really just gives you a good idea of the verticals that you're spending your time in. So if you're not doing much like client fulfillment, you could have a silo for like, say, marketing, sales, operations, and anything else in your business. And then you could really see like, okay, am I spending time in like these silos? Is where I'm spending my time correlated with the goals that I have for the company? So you can see all of that in there. And to add those sort of like silos, or so you can either do it with projects or with clients. I found it very easy to just have clients in here, and you can use reports later on. I'll show you that, but just have the clients and then say, okay, I'm working for this client, and then over here just type in whatever you're working on for them. And it'll be really easy once you like sort of get started on this after a week or two to get the hang of it. But if you just to start a time, you just come over here and press play, or you can come type in here. So I have my YouTube process broken out into 4 pieces, and I just know inherently that step 2 is recording, and it's already connected to the project. So once you create it once, I like to keep like I'm not always doing like a bunch of random tasks. So if I have like the most common tasks in here already, it'll auto-populate most of the information that I need, which makes it a lot more efficient. And you can also, so if I stop that, if you come over here, you can just press play off of whichever one you're doing. So if I'm in YouTube step 2, I can just press play and it'll start the time tracker. And you'll also see that like up here, it started it in the extension too, and that's basically how you use it. That's how I use it whenever I'm working on something. I go change to something else, and especially with like client work, I try to make sure I go change the time and track it down to the minute. Like as soon as I change, I've just built a habit out of going in here and changing what I'm working on. And another thing to note is that you can do these bulk actions, and bulk actions are like if you wanted to do something on a bunch of projects out of one day, you can do it at like the day level. So if you come over here and you click these like little dots, you can edit like all of these tasks, all of these tasks, all of these tasks, change like the project that they're associated on, etc., etc. So that's a really cool tool. And then another one that you can see that's pretty cool is if you're working on the same project multiple times in one day, it will aggregate those into like this. So I worked on school twice today, once for an hour 59 minutes, once for 5 minutes, and you can see it aggregates that up to that time. And so for like Asana, I did that 3 times today, and you can see the times on that. The other good feature that Toggl has on, and this is on the free plan, is this reporting function. So you can like come in here and pick which client you're working for or which client you want to see, and say you have like different billing periods. So if it's the 1st through the 15th, then you can see all of your time that you spent working for that person from the 1st to the 15th. And that's super useful. And once you have like different team members in here, you can see like their time as well as the, like if you have the administrators access, which is super nice because you can see, okay, we spent this much time as a company on this client, and this is like how much each person worked for, like these are the amount of hours that they worked for them. So that's also super useful. I love that. The one thing that I don't like beyond that is their, like some of their paid features. I think you can just skate by with the free version just fine. And then really what I like I know there's a function for having the little $sign, or like having like payments being tracked, like how much time you're working, having billing hours in here. But I like, since I already pay for a tool called Airtable, I like to just send the information over there, and then I manage it all through Airtable. So the it's after you set up an automation to send the data over there, it'll do it automatically. So besides the setup costs of that, there's no like additional costs besides like figuring out how you're going to do the reporting. But I think the free version for just keeping track of your time is going to be perfect for everybody that's watching this right now. And this is like just basically how I use mine. So just put whatever you're working in on the tracker, and then stop it when you're done, and then that's really all it is. And then however you want to use the reporting tools, that's up to you. Again, I like to send it over to Airtable as that, and I do have a video about that. I'll put it in the link in the description. But hope that answers all your questions. Throw it in the comments what you use Toggl for, whether it's like just for one thing in your life, or anytime you're on a computer, or like working out or anything. I'd love to know. Throw it in the comments below, and hope you have a great day. And you can watch the recommended video to see how to set up that Toggl integration.